Well, the process is, I think, is unique to the subject. If you were to look at the body of my work, it moves around from one subject to another. So it could be mining itself, where we remove the ore from the land, or it could be tailings, which is a byproduct of mining. It could be quarries. It could be refineries. It could be a dam in China, or now it could be the cities being built in China. And each one of those things I approach first as conceptually, like why that, why that and not that, like how do I go from a general idea to the specific place in which I'm going to make a photograph of. And there's a whole bunch of criteria I might put to it. Is it visual? Is it interesting? Is there a sense of scale within it? Is there any particular reason, why I photograph that intersection in LA and not another one? Well, yes, it's one of the biggest in the world, and it was where the freeway began. So there are other components that I'll use to determine where my target is that I'm going to go and try and photograph. But then once I understand, like for instance, when I did the refinery series, I'd never tried to photograph a refinery, but I went in there with first with a handheld camera and just shot it, just walked through and responded gutturally to the thing. Whatever caught my attention. I'm not using 4x5, I'm not slowing down, I'm walking through, I'm responding. Then I go back and start working with a 4x5, using those kinds of touch points as a reference, and then start to photograph. And then I'd try all kinds of films to see how that subject and the light conditions in which that subject would be shot under. Would it be a cloudy or partly cloudy day, evening or sunrise? How does that subject react under the different times of day and light? What films do the colors, the palette of the thing I'm photographing, what film best responds to it? So I'd shoot all the different films that were available in the market. I'd make prints. I'd try out different papers with it until I say, aha, here's the combination. Here's the film I'm going to use. This is my position to the subject. This is where in that subject I'm going to photograph. This is the paper I'm going to use to print it on. Now I've established my form, I've established my working approach, and then I'd start going back, and I'd go back maybe 5, 6, 7 times in that one first refinery. Then I developed a kind of a language that I felt I was comfortable with. And then I said, okay, now I'm going to try and find some other refineries that might bring other perspectives to it, or different times that they were built, different things that they were refining, and then I would add to that body of work until I felt, okay, I feel I've exhausted this. I've somehow taken this visually as far as I can go. I don't have anything else that I feel I need to say about this. And then I might close a chapter to that project and go on to that. And that might take 2 or 3 years by the time I get access into it, shoot it. And some things like the refineries took about 3 years and I was pretty much done. Whereas quarries, I went on and off of quarries at different times over a period of 17 years. Other projects. So it depends, how long I want to do it may be determined by, do I feel that there's more to be had?